slip nor stumble. I take off poof, magic. Now watch me juke the fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
Like that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad. But I'm past that with a NASDAQ. That's cash when the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give it back. My bad when the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Rick Rock. Tick-tock. West hip-hop. Are you ready for some football? Ladies and gentlemen. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world it's Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. Who Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, I get it. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world it's Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor.
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't you got it. Go snatch it, skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump and hop on it, hop at it. Rep for your bra, for your post, your pop and your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend. Sweet, this sugar, one man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, them are not the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. You feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry cold is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Hit first up the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't got it.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens. Strap in, this will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On first down, it's Taylor. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Watch the whip. Mike's 4-2. Mike's 4-2.
The give to Taylor. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Mike 42.
To throw is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying, I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always
blow your mind. Ooh, why you do that? Like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad? Like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag. My bad. You ain't get too bad. My bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back.
Coach, they love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Hey, come on. Tight down. There you go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10. At the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with third and about 6 yards to go.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. From the gun, King. And he's got his man on the out route. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a second and 6. Second and 6. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Throwing on first down. King. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. The last drive he threw the pick, but He's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Noah Fant, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a give, right side. Taylor, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They run with Taylor, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Set, ready. 18 Gator. Trump. Blue day. 44's the mic. 44's the mic. Man, I got you. 44's the mic. 44's mic. Check. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Hey, bring it.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check three.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Let's go. Watch it. Safety's creeping. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Check 52.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now Jackson. Complete. This is Lewis. A gain of 6 there on first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Check. Slam.
Now a give to Taylor. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Taylor. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at his 4.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offensive tunnel.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Oh, you got deep? Hey, switch gears. Switch gears.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
Back to throw. King. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, How about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
To throw is King. To throw on second down. And he's got it. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 2-yard line.
They come out here in the I. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. No success on first down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
Let's go, defense. And here we go.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Check, 42's the mic. Check, 42's the mic. Crunch time, defense. Go, go. Alert 3. Alert 3. Go, go. Check 37.
On second and 11 now. Jackson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. To throw on 3rd down. Jackson going for the deep ball. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
Results in a 4th down.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
King throwing on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it second down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. King now from the gun on third down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
42's the mic, boys. 42's the mic.
Let's make these babies cry.
Now it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown as the first half is winding down. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
This will be taken short. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's King. A final shot before break. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
Okay, 42, Mike, 42. Let's get it. Deuce. Check. Check hot route. Hot. Hey, alert 3. Let's go. Bravo. 2 zigzag. 42, check.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Why? Get wide. Fofo's the mic. Mike's Fofo. All day, play. The mic. 44's the mic. In your butt.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 13-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
36. Mike's 42. Bring it up.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the night as his guys are able to regain the lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he gets it to the 30-yard line, but the football's not going to stay there. There's a penalty marker down. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, That penalty will move them back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Tighten up.
He's got a first down past the 30. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards.
A gain of 15. First down, Broncos.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, Hattie. Let me what you got. What you got, Hattie? What you got? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Nice.
Now King off the play fake. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Complete to Bryant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Whitaker. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. On 4th down, King. Throwing left side, it's complete. A 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. Yeah, after that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. King, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Watch the screen.
To throw is King. To throw on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And Gay knocks this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Mike's 42. Mike's 42. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Mike's 42. Mike's 42. Man, I got you.
Jackson from the shotgun. Flushed out right. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play that time for the Ravens. 75 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Undercrunch. Switch it. Come on.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Broncos' 4-yard line.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Shift. 49, check 49.
Now Taylor. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Check, crunch.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go, and that'll make this a 7-point game. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
This will be taken very short, and he is out of bounds here on the return.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow they had. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points, that means this is now a 2-score game.
Yeah, and that's tough to deal with, isn't it? This little time left. Those 2 points doesn't seem like a lot, but it means everything now. Those are going to be the ones we're going to look back on. Those 2 points right there, the play of the game.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down. It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 21.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
We got to step it up. Chance.
They'll keep it on the ground. Taylor, he'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night as the Ravens push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Tucker with the extra point, and that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. Oh, he shifts past him. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's it. Big gain of 8.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 24-yard line.
54 smart.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Well, partner, if we had their entire playbook in front of us, I'm not sure we would have picked out that play as the one to run in that situation. How about the guts of the offensive coordinator? Dialing that one up into great success.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
A loss of a yard brings up second and 11.
King looking to throw on second down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And this is caught, so it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And the lead cut down to 9.
Makes the score, Ravens 33, Broncos 24. Matt Gay set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7.
You ain't going nowhere.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Ravens, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year, and they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.